Hi, Tanisha.
Good evening.
Can you hear
How
me?
are you?
Good evening. I'm doing wonderful. What about you?
I am also fine. So, how was your day,
Okay.
sir?
My day was absolutely fantastic. It was amazing. What about yours?
Yeah, my day was also really great. I went to the school and we had a lot of fun in the school.
Okay, that sounds promising. So, you had your school today, you went there, and you had a lot of fun with your friends, right?
Yes, and
Amazing.
nowadays in our school we didn't have study and we have only the practice of our carnival. We have whole day dance.
Okay, you have practice for the dance whole day.
Yes. So, would
Oh,
you like
that
to introduce yourself, sir?
absolutely. That is so amazing that you asked for my introduction. Since we are meeting for the first time, let me start with introduction and then we'll come to yours, right? So,
Yes.
my name is Aryan. I'm connecting from Haryana, the northern state of India. And about my professional experience, I have experience dealing with clients from UK and the USA when I was working as an implementation engineer in this company based in California. And about my academics, I am a BBA graduate, so you can call me like a businessman, sir. Okay. And about my areas of interest, I really love to talk to new people, make new friends, get to know about them. That is just my curious side. And also, I love to discover the new technology, AI and all the technology that gets in our daily life, in our news. So, what about you?
So, like, my name is Tanishka. I'm 9 years old and studying fourth standard. My hobbies are to read stories, playing skating, riding cycle, and doing drawing and making lots of crafts. And I'm from Maharashtra district, Pune. And there is channel on YouTube. My channel name is English with Tanishka. Yeah, that's all
Okay.
about me.
Okay, that is really amazing. I'm super glad to know about you. And I must say, for someone who is 9 years old, you are already speaking a lot fluent and into so much activities. So I must say that you are doing amazing with your life. That is amazing. Now, since we are meeting for the first time and you are on this platform connected with me, if I ask you this, what do you think is one area of your English, or what's your main objective of being on this platform? Where do you think you need the most improvement in improving your English?
Yes, so like I want to improve my English speaking skills and I want to learn and I also like want to know how to speak and then the culture and their speaking tones and then there are so many things that I can learn but I cannot learn from anywhere. So there everyone have the different quality and a good thing. So if they share, I will also like improve in mine. So yeah.
Okay, right, I understand that. So you want to be that unique person with unique best qualities. You are still lagging. Can you hear me fine? So I really appreciate how you portrayed your thoughts, your objective on being on this platform, that you want to improve in certain different dimensions of this language. So before we jump into our session, I really would love to tell you that how I see language myself. So English is not just a language that we use and speak just by saying words, but it is more like a complete experience. Okay, so if I am talking to you, or if you are talking to other people, this is like a complete experience that you give to your audience, right? And we want this experience to be perfect. One, by speaking fluently. Second, by presenting ourselves using our emotions, expressions on our face, and using our hand gestures in the best way possible. Okay, so we'll work on that, right?
Okay, sir.
Right, amazing, amazing. So, since we are getting to know each other, I realize that getting to know things is actually a personality trait. So, today I want to chat about curiosity and how it drives us. So, the topic for the session will be curiosity. Are you ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready.
That is amazing. I love your energy, high energy. All right. To start off, would you describe yourself as a curious person? Like, is there anything recently you have been eager or excited to learn about?
Like I'm curious about making. I'm curious about like reading the another part of the Tinkle book. So
Hmm.
I'm curious about like what is the new in that, and what are the characters and the stories that are different. So I'm too curious about that to know that.
Okay, perfect. So, little feedback for you. Whenever we reply to answer, like I asked you a question and you replied to me, that was your answer. Whenever we are reciting our answer, make sure that you do not use words like how, what, when, okay? Like you said, that I am curious how that pirate thing works, something like that. But just say that I am curious about the way that pirate thing works. So instead of using how or what, use the way, like the word the way, okay? You get it?
Okay.
Right. Perfect. So coming back to your curiosity, what was the book name of the book again?
Tinkle book, Tinkle.
So if you could enlighten me a little about about that book, what's the story? Like summarize it for me.
Yes, so the book name is Tinkle, Tinkle. So it's amazing book. So there are the stories like of the Kalia the crow, then the crocodile, then the fox. So their names are the character. The fox named Chamataka, the crocodile named Dum Dum, and the crow named Kalia. So I love their stories. So and also one more character, the Supandi. So like their roles are main in that. So it's an interesting book, and it's type of comics. So there are not only stories in that, so there are so many information, the birds information, and then like how to make something. So can I show you?
Absolutely, if you have it by your side. You don't have to go a lot far from the camera, just if you have it by your side. Oh, I see the book now, the purple cover and a crocodile on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and inside it like this. So I completed the
Oh,
whole
it's
book.
like that comic layout.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
completed the both books.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Not everyone is like a book worm, but you are someone who reads a lot of books. That is amazing at this age. But can you make sure that you are able to hear me clearly? Fine.
Yes, I can hear you. You are audible.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Right. So I have a little feedback for you. When you were answering me, when you were telling me about your interesting books, you said that there are a lot of information. Okay. We never use word are with the information. We use is. Okay. So what you could have said is that there is a lot of information. Okay.
Yeah,
Information is
there is.
already like a yeah. Use is in the sentence, right?
Yeah, there is lots of information in it.
Right, that's perfect. That's perfect. And also, Tanishka, I have one more feedback for you. What I realized that you speak amazing and you know how grammar works, what are the foundational rules in grammar. What I want you to practice a little bit is that try to keep your pace a little slow. Why? Because if you speak slowly, then you will give enough time to your brain to think what to say next. And your brain will not commit any mistakes because it will feel less pressure, right? I know you are a very exciting kid with high energy that you tend to rush your sentences, okay? But try to actively stop yourself from speaking faster, okay? Like observe how I am speaking slowly with you, letting each word of mine flow out clearly, okay? That was the thing we were talking about, English and presentation. This is the part of presentation. We need to work on it, right?
Okay, okay, sir.
Amazing, amazing. All right, so you are really amazing in taking feedbacks and implementing that. But let's come back to our session. Let's test your vocabulary. How about that? Have you ever heard of the name Thomas Edison?
No, I didn't heard that.
Okay, okay. So I assume you have a light bulb in your room, right? That I do have a light bulb in my room as well. Thomas Edison was the person who invented the light bulb, right? You remember that? So now think of Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, versus humans searching for life on Mars. Now, what is the difference between an invention and a discovery? What do you think? There is a difference. If is there a difference between the word invention and discovery?
Invasion is something that it was like invite with like the people who like did the thing by himself, and discovery is something that has been come from everyone, but they did the work together, but it has become new.
Okay. Well, your answer was not wrong, but it was not correct either. Like entirely correct. It was like 80% correct. Let me enhance your knowledge here. So, invention is like creating something totally new. Like Thomas Edison back in his time, he created a light bulb which was not existent before, okay? That invention is creating something totally new, like the bulb. Like Thomas Edison, he invented the bulb. The bulb did not exist before he invented it, okay? So, like creating something new, that is invention. Now, discovery is finding something that already existed, but you are finding it for the first time, okay? For example, like Mars. Mars is a planet. It is already existing there in our solar system, and it might have life like human life on it, but we have not discovered yet. So that would be something we call discovery. Okay, you get it?
Yes, I get it then.
Perfect, perfect. So what do you think we can discover something in future? Do you think is there something that we will be discovering anytime soon in future?
Like I wanna like we have to discover something, a vehicle which could fly and float in the water and
Mm-hmm.
ride on the land, and it could be in a three ways. It should
Okay.
be in a three ways that could fly in the sky, swim in the water, or anywhere, or ride anywhere. So if I want to fly, the
Mhm.
car should have the option, so it could be fly. If I wanna like ride in the water, it should be like a boat.
Okay, right. So you say that you want a car, you want to discover a car that if you press one button, it is able to fly. Use the word able to, okay? That's like capability of it. So we use word able to, right? Then I press the second button, it changes to a boat, so it is able to float on water or swim through water. And then there's third button that makes it in such a way, changes it in such a way that is able to drive, that it is able to drive on road. Okay. But don't you think that it is more of a invention, not a discovery? Because it is not existing already. We are going to invent it. What do you think? Is it a discovery?
Oh yeah, it's invention. So um, discovery. I didn't think. I didn't thought what to do the discovery.
Okay.
So
Right, right. Stop here. We never say I didn't thought, okay? When we use did, we never use the past form of a verb. We always say I did not think. I did not think, not thought, okay? I did not think. That is the right sentence, right?
okay, I did not think.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. It's all right. So, do you think is there anything in your future that we might be discovering anytime soon, like a discovery? Try to run your
Yeah, it should
imagination.
be. Yeah, it
Okay.
should be.
So, what would be that one thing?
Um, that people who could fly in the sky,
Right. Yeah.
and the people
There.
who also had
Mhm.
to be things.
Right. That is right. We don't know that maybe someday people will be able to fly in the sky by discovering a new technique that our body has, but we don't know of it yet. So that is a discovery. Okay.
Yes. So like I
Amazing.
have one thing that eagle should be a too much big like a human weight, and we could ride on it and fly in the sky without any wings. So like
That is right.
we ride
Mhm.
on the horse and like that. So it should we should be ride on the birds.
We, because we are talking in future, so we will use the word will. Say we will be able to ride on eagles like we do on horses. Okay.
Yes.
Right, perfect. You use the word should when you are trying to describe something that needs to be done with a compulsion. Okay, there in that sentence, in that scenario, you use the word should, but this time we were talking about the future, like future discovery, so we'll use the words like will, we will be able to fly, words like that. Okay, in future tense.
Okay.
Right, amazing. So let's come back to our session, and here's the last one for you. Some people say that curiosity pushes human to do crazy things, right? Now, humans went to the moon, you know, that we went to the moon and are now looking at Mars just to see what is beyond Earth. So, do you agree that we should spend money on space just to satisfy our curiosity?
No, I didn't think so. So the curiosity should be that should be help us, and that should help any people, and it could be helpful, and it could be solve our problem, and it could be done like helpful in our future. So it should the curiosity should be a more useful.
Okay, right. So you're trying to say that we
Hello.
should not spend. Can you hear me? I was saying, so you think that we should not spend money on our space curiosity, but we should be more focused on the youth, like upskilling them, upskilling the youth, because youth is the foundation of a nation, right?
Yes. So, like, I
Okay.
didn't want to say like that, but I want to say that it could be useful in our future, and it could be helpful for and other people also.
All right, I get it. All right, I get it. Now a little feedback for you. When I asked you the question, you said you said no, I didn't think so. Okay? That is a wrong sentence. Why? Let me explain you. Because I asked you this question and the question was in present. Like I asked you, do you think this is right? So you said no. Now, instead of saying I didn't think so, you should say I don't think so. We use didn't or did not when we are talking about the past tense or anything that happened in past. But since I questioned you in present that what are your thoughts on it or what do you think, then say no, I don't think so. Okay? Use the word don't or do not. That is present form. Okay?
Yes. No, I
Perfect.
don't think so.
Yeah, yeah, that is amazing. That's how you use the present tense. Now, okay, one more question to you. Do you agree with the saying? This is like a saying that most curious being on in the world is a child. Do you agree with this?
Yes,
Okay, and why?
because the like child love many things, and their curiosity is too much than adult people. So they want to know so many things and want to do the lot of things, and that could not be possible in that much, and like it could not be possible if there like there is not. So they have much, so like they did like that. So yeah, I think so like the child has more curiosity about lots of things.
Right, I get it. And you are 100% right. That child is someone who is the most curious being on our earth. Why? Like you explained that because they are new to the world, okay? There is so much to learn, so much to know about this world. Their mind is their mind is never hungry, like never full of information. They are always hungry about new information. Like think about yourself. You're 9 years old and you do skating, you do a lot of skills, you read books because your mind wants to know, wants to learn about everything in this world. So you are absolutely right that child is the most curious being on our planet. Perfect. Now our session is about to be over. I'll give you the feedback that how we need to improve and what are the strongest things. So Tanishka, the notes were right. Your energy is fantastic, and I saw that in this session. You speak very fluently and you don't hesitate, which is like 90% of the battle won in learning and improving in English. Now, the 10% we need to polish is the grammar, like how you sometimes use the past form of verb and the past form of sentence, even if you are talking in present. That's something we need to work on. I must say that 10% is something that we need to work on grammar, how you use the grammar. That is something that will take time, that will take consistency and daily practice from us. Okay. And I again say that you have the confidence of a pro person. So just tighten up those prepositions and you will be unstoppable, right? So, do you have any questions for me before we disconnect, Tanishka? What is the
So
question
my
again?
question was like, how do you learn your accent?
Okay, how did I learn my accent? Like the accent that I'm using?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, right. Okay, our session is about to be over. Actually, it's past the time, but I'll try to answer your question in the best way possible in short time. So, I was saying, just like you read books, you have a lot of curiosity about the new stories in your books. I had this curiosity about learning accents from all over the world. I at this point I can do like three accents: British, American, and Russian accent. And this is something that I was able to cultivate because I consumed a lot of content from those nations, from those native speakers. Like I listened to a lot of podcasts. I watched a lot of movies, a lot of web series that were where people were talking in this accent. So if you're interested in grabbing a new accent, in taking up a new accent, make sure that you are watching people talk in that accent, because the more you listen to the people in different accent, the more you settle that down in yourself, the more you learn from it. It's simple like that. Okay.
Okay, sir, I got it.
Perfect. So I must say that it was an amazing session. I am super glad to meet you. You are super energetic. Always keep that energy on the top level, and I hope to see you next time. And also,
Okay, so
before I disconnect, yeah, make sure that you take care of yourself, take care of your family, and have a good night. Bye bye.
good night, sir. I enjoyed a lot with talk with you.